Hi everyone. In this video, I will walk through my project and especially the role I played it. The project is called Offline Voice Translator Application, a voice-based translator application that works completely without an internet connection. My main responsible on the team was the database history module, and I will explain exactly what that involved. Our project started with a simple idea connecting people through language even when the internet cannot. That actually our tagline. The user speak, the app automatically detects which language they are speaking. It translates that speech into whatever target language the user selects. The translated text is spoken aloud using an on-device text-to-speech engine. All of this happens fully offline. The translation engine runs on a local dictionary, so no internet is required at any point. My core job was to make sure translation history is stored reliable. Every conservation, every translation is logged so it can be referenced later, used as proof or analyzed. I designed the database as a JSON based local history log, a file called history.json. This works as a lightweight offline first database because we decided not to use a heavy SQL database since the app needed to run fully offline. For every translation event, the following fields are stored: the date of the event happened and which time exactly the translator will happen, the language automatically detected from speech, source language, target language, and original text, translated text, and audio file. Now, let me walk you through this using actual data from our history log to show how naturally it works. For example, a user spoke the sentence, I am Renuka, what are you doing? The app detected as English, translated it into Tamil, Naan Renuka, Nee enna seirai. The same sentence was also tested translating into Telugu, French, and Russian, also more languages. This proves that our translation engine works consistently across multiple languages: Tamil, Telugu, French, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Kannada, Japanese, and etc. All are represented as discussed in our history log. A cross language, one entry took a Russian sentence and translated it directly into Tamil. நான் ரேணுகா நீ என்ன செய்கிறீர்கள். This shows how our app does not just handle English to translation but also handle Russian to Tamil and other non-English source language. The audio recording features. In our history log, one entry based on audio file path. This shows that the file saves the actual voice recording locally, so during testing and debugging we can go back and replay the original audio to verify accuracy. All of this is reliable, captured by the database module, so every single translation even becomes a traceable time-stamped record. Why this database designs matter? Here why I choose this simple JSON based approach. First thing, offline voice requirements. Since the app main goal was to work without internet, we could not rely on a cloud database or SQL server. A local file could be read and write to directly with no connection delay. And second thing is lightweight and fast. History loads instantly when the app starts with no network latency. Easy to debug and track contribution. When team members pushed code to the repository, this history data helped trace who worked on which part. We even noted this ourselves. By pushing into the repo, I can understand who has done which part and your individual contribution, which highlights how this data supported our team's reviews process. And fourth part is extensible. If we ever need to migrate to something like SQLite or IndexDB in the future, that's straightforward because the feature is already clean, well-defined JSON. And what challenges I faced? Honestly, there were a few challenges along the way. Duplicate entries. Sometimes the same sentence was spoken multiple times during testing. I had to design the log so multiple entries would still be time-stamped correctly and not cause confusion. Missing audio references. Some entries have a blank audio file, fill text only translation with no voice input. I had to handle this edge case so the app would not break when audio was not present. Language detection accuracy. Correctly identifying and logging different script, Russian Cyrillic, Japanese, Korean was a genuine challenges that needed careful handling. I worked through each of these systematically and resolved them. What I learned through this role, I gained a deeper understanding of offline first application design, a clear appreciation of how useful lightweight JSON based data storage can be, an understanding of to track individual contribution is a genuinely valuable skill. So that's my role, designing and implementing the translation history database module for the offline voice translator project. I made use of that every translation and every voice recording was stored reliably offline and is a structured way. Thanks for watching. Feel free to drop any questions in the comment. Thank you.